Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video it's going to be the 2-week update, or 14 days since I applied these two products onto the bonnet of this daily driven car. So over this side we had Bowdens Own Bead Machine, and over the other side we had P&S Beadmaker. So I figured this would be a fair test. They both have the word bead in the name of the product. Beadmaker says it's a paint protectant, and Bead Machine is one of their sealants from Bowdens Own, so I figured it was fair. Turns out it wasn't that fair. This product should be more considered a quick detailer, it seems, as it didn't even really last the 7-day. So it's been another week since then, and I'm expecting it to be completely gone over this side now. So what I'm going to do is just quickly, I'm not even going to use the pressure washer, just quickly rinse it, give it a quick hand wash using Pro Reset, and then as we kind of want to remove this Bowdens Own Bead Machine now, as there's no point in continuing on with this test when one is already completely gone. I do want to eventually get a spare panel that I'll apply this product to, as well as some others, and just leave it outside and get a full, just a test of how long they will all last. But for now, there's no point in leaving this on for the weeks or months that it'll last still. So I do want to strip it off. To do that, figured it's not what I was planning on doing for the channel, but I figured I'll just do a few sort of chemical tests against it. So to start off, we've got NV Snow Plus. So this is kind of a stronger cleaning shampoo that I usually use when I'm about to do a polish. So I've got a little bit of it diluted 10:1 in the bottom of this bottle here. Then we'll try Bowdens Own Bugger Off. So it's definitely something you'll be using on your paint if you get bugs on it. So it should really easily outlast that. And we'll step it up to their cleaner, which is their orange agent. So hopefully it survives that as well. We'll then try Pro Spotless, which is a water spot remover. And lastly, if it's still going strong, we'll go with some P&S Brake Buster, which is like a wheel and tire cleaner. The reason why I'm using that, which doesn't seem like something you'd spray on your paint very commonly, I actually use that in a foam cannon and I spray the wheel. A bit ends up on the paint, and so I know a lot of people do that method as well, so I figured why not just spray it onto the bonnet and see if it lasts. So that's what we're going to be doing today, just so we can get this completely stripped down to try our next products out. So also I have set up an extra camera, because I know there's a lot of complaints about you can't really see what's going on with the white panel. Hoping this camera will pick up a little bit better for the beading, but either way, trying to improve these videos where I can, so hopefully you guys enjoy. So yeah, now we're going to start off, we're going to give it a quick rinse down, see how it looks, wash it, and we'll go from there. So Bead Machine, still looking great. Actually, I'm getting a little bit of beading from this bead maker, surprisingly. Thought it was completely gone, but so yeah, it's still there a little bit. Not very impressive, but you can see it's really sheeting a lot where the water does flood it, whereas the Bead Machine is having a very different effect. So yeah, once the panel gets completely flooded, it just completely starts to sheet very slowly. Like you can see these patches here, hopefully you can. I know the camera is hard to see on the white, but really not doing much. So okay, let's give it an actual wash now with Pro Reset, and then we'll see how it's looking after that when it is actually clean. Alright, so we washed it down, let's just rinse it off now. So you can actually see the line where I put the tape. So just here, you can see the line. It's actually acting no differently where the bead maker is and where I applied nothing. So the bead machine sheeting off quite quickly, and will bead if, depending on the contact angle of the water, but definitely sheeting off quite well. And you can see this bead maker completely flat. So yeah, I mean, that's easily failed in my mind. I wouldn't be happy with just leaving that on the paint. This is how easy it is to dry with the bead machine side using just a leaf blower. So super hydrophobic. And over on the bead maker side, water is just sticking over there. So yeah, it's got like the tiniest bit of life left in it, but really nothing that I would be happy with to continue using. So let's start off, put this NV Snow Plus so I can get this spray trigger to work. Okay, so microfiber towels to wipe it in. And I'll flip it over the other side. All right, let's rinse that and see how it looks. Okay, so that basically finished off the bead maker by the looks of it. And for the bead machine, I mean, it looks like it kind of affected a little bit, if I'm honest. Still beading. So it's going to leave the panel wet. I'm only going to do this side now. There's basically nothing left over on the bead maker, so. We'll now give that a rinse. There's probably a bit of that left on there. Give another quick wipe down with CarPro Reset. See how it's looking. So that's really knocked out a lot of the hydrophobics of the bead machine. You can see the side guard here where I have a product that I previously applied. It's still sort of going strong because that hasn't really had any of the chemicals wiped into it. Whereas you compare it up to here, still beading, but yeah, definitely losing that nice flat look. So it's probably at this point, it's still probably doing better than what the Beadmaker was at the start of this 14-day test. You can still see a tiny bit left over from the Beadmaker. So while it's still wet, we'll step it up. We'll try out the Bowdens Own Orange Agent, and we'll do the whole panel again this time. Okay, another microfiber. Work this in. Yeah, both pretty gone now. Quick wipe over with shampoo again. And rinse it off. So yeah, both looking completely gone now after that. dry with the leaf blower. I mean, I'll be honest, there's still a tiny bit of it left there. Nothing left over here. And I'm not really a big fan of these type of tests. It's, like I said, this isn't what I was planning on doing, because really, how often are you spraying all these sorts of chemicals onto your paint? It's not very often. Usually you expect it to strip and you can just reapply to that particular section. But yeah, I thought it'd be interesting to try. I think I'm just going to clay this off now and remove everything just so the panel is ready to go for next time. So I won't film that process, and then I'll work out what we're going to try next on the bonnet of this car. I know I don't really want to stick to doing sort of hydrophobic tests on this paint because I know it is hard to see in the video, but for now I don't have a second black panel to use. And like I said, have my car here, it's the black Evo, and it's just been ceramic coated, as has my wife's red Evo as well, so can't use any of those for tests. It's just not fair to. So for now, this is what we've got, this is what we're using, but yeah, I am getting some panels. I will do some other people's cars as well, but that's where we got to. So Bead Machine is definitely going to be one to try out in the future, and we'll get a black bonnet that will spray this on and just leave it out and see what the actual life is of just being washed once a week, but not actually having these sort of chemicals sprayed onto it, trying to sort of break it down, because that's not really what you do with paint sealants with your paint. You're not often spraying harsh chemicals onto them, you're just looking after them and washing them. So I do want to see, that's more what this channel is going to be about, showing what sort of life you can get out of all these popular spray sealants and waxes. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. As always, in the comments, let me know what products you'd like to see compared. Obviously this one was a clear win for the Bowdens Own, so maybe we'll move that up and we'll try a couple of other products, and we'll sort of, all the winners will then get battled onto the black panel that we buy. Something like that might be what we'll look at doing. But yeah, if you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already, it would really help this new channel grow. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, I'll catch you later.